Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Gatekeeping. This week's episode, the very gay music episode, I have my friend Xavier. Xavier,
Oh, yes.
introduce yourself.
Hi. Hi, my name is Xavier. I am 30 years old and I'm a nurse by profession and a music lover as a side gig.
That almost sounded like a dating profile read.
Listen, if you're single out there, though, I am
Let's
too,
okay,
technically.
and so I'm gonna explain something. The reason why I don't know if some of you guys wonder, the reason why this podcast is titled Gatekeeping is because it was supposed to be a podcast with Xavier as the co-host, and we are obviously gay, and this bitch is too
I
busy
think
to
I think I heard the bus that you just ran me over with. So thank you for that.
he's too booked and busy every single day that
Oh,
he can't
what?
do it.
Listen, okay, I was just in Chicago. I was supposed to be in Houston this past weekend. LA this coming up, allegedly.
Or maybe he doesn't have
So
the personality to support a weekly podcast.
I
Like,
don't. This is why I can't find a man for longer than a couple months.
okay, so this week's episode is going to be music. We're talking about music, but obviously, since we're gay, it's going to be gay
The
music.
gay icons.
Mm-hmm. So, my first thing is I want to talk about what's your first memory of music?
Um, Definitely like growing up in South Texas, my mom and my dad would love to go out to go dancing. Like they would go to like little clubs in Harlingen, Texas. And so they would take me sometimes because like they don't want to pay for a babysitter and they
Babysitter.
didn't want to, yeah. So lots of learning how to like like dance like Tejano, banda music, country music, all that types of gigs. My brother was I don't want to say a scene kid, but he was like a rollerblader in the 90s. And so he gave me a lot of influences from like grunge rock and rock in general. And then growing up as a millennial kid, like all the freaking pop divas that were like popping out everywhere, like the Britneys, the Christinas, the Beyoncés, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's kind of how, so my music is all over, all over that.
My first memory of music, like that, it was very impactful to me, was when I was a kid. We would drive around with my grandma, and she only had Selena tapes in her car. And obviously, living in the valley, she's an icon for us. And then when I would drive around with my aunt in her car, she didn't only have, but for some reason those were the ones I gravitated towards. The Shakira CDs. I think it was the oral fixation ones, or
I'm pretty ignorant on Shakira
laundry
discography, not gonna
service,
lie.
one of those. Um, so and I feel like those two are very gay options for a child.
Fair, fair.
I'm surprised you didn't say Selena with your.
I mean, listen, is there a video of me as a 2-year-old shaking my bitty bitty bomb bomb to Selena?
I'm
Absolutely.
sure there's a video of 29-year-old you shaking your beady beady.
That's accurate as well. Definitely accurate. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, no, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Selena through and through, and so like within my parents, like the Hanover, of course, Selena was in there, but I wouldn't like put her as like a pinnacle point of my music appreciation. She's just another brick in this house of Javier.
Yeah, I will say those were my two, like those were my first memories with music, but they were not. I'm not like obsessed with Selena. I'm not obsessed with Shakira. But so this brings me to my next question was like, when did you first realize like, okay, like I
That I was
have
gay.
no, no, I'm sure as soon as you came out of the womb, they knew you came out and rainbows blasted. But no, like music wise, when did you first realize that you were a little obsessed with certain artists or certain genres?
Well, I've never been hyper fixed on like a specific genre. Like let's see here. I will say I think pop was kind of like a big thing for me, just because my first CD that I ever like owned
Oh, that's a
was
good question.
was NSYNC's debut album. And I remember my mom bought it for me for Valentine's Day because I didn't have Valentine that year. Like, I think it was fourth grade, third grade or fourth grade when that came out. So maybe like 98, 99. I don't remember. And then my first concert ever was Britney Spears on the Circus tour, maybe like 2000, 2001 or two.
No way. It was not 2001, 2002.
Okay, well, I don't know, bro. That was like,
Circus,
anything happened before.
Circus
Okay,
came out in like
go ahead.
2008. Yeah.
Am I that tense? I guess I'm that tense.
You have early onset dementia or something, because
I mean, listen, see, it's been there. It's on close, because probably. Anyway, it was on the Circus tour because I remember seeing her in Houston. Anyway, yeah, that was my first concert.
Your first album? My first album was super gay. Like, the first album that I actually purchased was you don't have that. Okay, that makes it look so much more suspicious. It makes it look like you're doing something super suspicious when you did.
You're right. It was 2008. Good job. I was opening up. I was opening up a search tab.
My first album ever purchased was the Cheetah Girls soundtrack.
That's fucking gay as fuck. But like, Cinderella to this day is about.
Did you know that was a cover? I don't believe that's an original song. I think it's a cover. Like, somebody else sings that song. Another girl group sings that song.
Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
And they covered.
Don't do this to me on your podcast. Don't. This is about to break my heart.
I also remember before that, Burger King, I believe, gave out VHS tapes of Backstreet Boys concerts.
Wait, that sounds familiar.
I was obsessed with Backstreet Boys. I was not an NSYNC girl. I was a Backstreet Boys girl. And I also was not a Britney Spears girl. I was a Christina Aguilera girl.
So for anybody listening, Robert and I don't agree on anything music-wise, except for Lady Gaga.
We agree on some stuff. Your taste is just questionable sometimes.
Sure, let's go with that.
But no, as a child, I was a Christina girl. When I grew up, and when she started flopping, I became a Britney stan. And obviously Backstreet Boys, they didn't stay around.
You won't share that sentiment as Nicki Minaj flops year after year.
She's not flopped. She still carries 38 million monthly listeners on Spotify.
Oh now, my god, you and your Spotify, like whatever you want to call it, your stats from Spotify that shake the world.
We can pull up the stats from Apple Music as well. She's still in the top 20.
Baby, Billboard Hot 100. That's it.
That doesn't matter these days.
It matters. No. It definitely matters. You cannot say it doesn't. If it didn't matter, you would not have so many people trying to vie for that number one spot.
Well, good thing
you cannot tell me it doesn't matter. You cannot say
Nicki has too, and they've been since.
But none of them were solo. But none of them were solo.
Doesn't matter. It's still her impact. She
had to rely on other people.
No,
anyway,
they had to rely on her, and that's. Okay, so I first realized I was obsessed with like a genre or a person. It has to be Gaga. I feel like before that, I asked my friends, like, before that, what was I like obsessed with? They say I was obsessed with Rihanna, but I don't think I was. Not to the extent that Gaga. But Rihanna is a queen. She is iconic. But I don't think it was until Gaga until I was like, okay, like.
This is my bitch.
Yeah. Gaga, I think made me like fall in love with music and fall in love with like performances and all that. Yeah. And then Nicki also. Nicki came right after Gaga, like a few years. So both of them helped me.
No, I will admit Gaga was the first artist that I stand, for lack of better words. obsessed. Like, you know, especially like Poker Face, Bad Romance. Those were like the live performance of Paparazzi to this day sends shivers down my spine. And she was like the first artist that I tried so hard to win tickets for, that I did win. Then I paid my own money to see her in concerts. Yeah, I mean, to this day, like I'll that bitch is gonna get my dollar until the day that I die. Swear to God. She's definitely the first one that I send. No, she's in my like my holy trinity of like mother, daughter, and the Holy Spirit. She's definitely the mother. She's, you know, again, my first stand. And nowadays she's not necessarily like the one that I listen to the most frequently, but she still is artist that she has shaped. I'm obsessed with.
So who's the Holy Trinity?
So my mother is Lady Gaga. My daughter is Rina Sawayama. And if you hear them sonically, like they sound so similar. And then my Holy Spirit, just someone that I can like listen to that needs like, you know, recharge, feels my soul. It's gonna be Chloe and Halle or Tuvlo. Those two group artists, love them, obsessed. And they are just, I can put them and they just like, it literally just feels my soul. And I don't have to like try hard to listen to them, for lack of better words.
Speaking of, did you hear the Rina? Well, you might have seen it. Did you saw her, no, in concert?
Yes, I have the
Yeah.
signed VIP Rina Sawayama. I have the hat. I have the merch. I got the vinyls. Like, what do you need me to pull out?
So did she play that new song at your show?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
I heard it. It was really good.
It is super good. It is super good. Her. I'm very glad I got to see Sawayama as like performed in full, because like just because it took like 2 years before us. Oh no, 3 years. It came out in 2019. It took so long for us to like see it live that it's never going to happen again. So I'm glad that I got that privilege.
It was a COVID album. COVID affected it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it came out before COVID, but then yeah.
So my next question was, who is your pop queen? But you kind of already answered it. Well, unless it's changed. You said she was the mother, but who is your, like right now, your pop queen?
This exact second, someone that I'm putting on Bob. Okay, someone that I'm putting on a lot is Zolita. I don't know if, or Zolita. I don't know how to pronounce her name. She is this like lesbian artist. She has some couple singles that just came out this year. I Fucking Love You was her newest one, and then before that it was Single of September. And she's just she plays like, they're so good, so good. She has some music videos out. You should check her out. It's Zolita. She's really, really good that I've just listened to her on repeat. Before this, Angèle, the French artist, or no, she's Belgian, but she sings in French. And her debut album, No Manchink, is so good. I don't speak French. I'll be the first to admit. I don't know what the fuck she's saying, but it pops. It's filled to the brim with amazing songs.
The one that was on the Fever, right?
Yeah.
How do you say her name?
Angèle.
How was I pronouncing it? I don't even remember.
Angélie, probably.
Oh,
I think that's how I had said it at first, but then I watched her what's it called? The thing that they do with that magazine where it's like the words association game, the lyric association game on YouTube. They do with like a bunch of artists. I can't think of the. Anyway, she did one. Song Association. That's what it is. With Elle magazine. That's what it is. I'm obsessed with those. And she had one, and she's like, "Oh, it's hi, I'm Angèle." And I was like, "Oh, I've been pronouncing your name wrong for a year now."
I think everybody was, because I think that's how I pronounce it also.
I don't think anybody knows her to mispronounce her.
Yeah, we just know her from the Dua track.
Yeah, sadly, she's booked like in Europe until 2023. So my chances of getting to see her are pretty limited unless I go over there. Well, I want to see her in concert for sure.
You'll have time to get your money back that you lost on all these other ones.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna go see it. My going back to the Trinity thing, mine is Gaga, Nicki, and then Ariana.
But Nicki wouldn't be a daughter though.
No, I'm not doing
Nicki
it like
would
that.
be a.
That's like my top three is Gaga, Nicki, and Ariana.
So then just say your top three. Don't say a Holy Trinity. Trinity has to be like a mother.
Well, let's be clear that the Holy Trinity in pop culture is Beyonce, Nicki, and Rihanna. That is the Holy Trinity.
Sure.
maybe not in your world, but in everybody else, when on Twitter, when we talk about Holy Trinity, it's Beyonce, Rihanna, and Gaga. I mean, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what side of Twitter you're on. You're on the white twink side of Twitter.
Okay.
Okay, so my next the next question is, what is, which I've listened to the music you listen to, so I know you have a lot. What is your most embarrassing song that you have that you listen to constantly, or like your guilty pleasure?
There is no guilt and pleasure.
I
Thank
think you've said
you,
this
Violet
before.
Chachki. I got it solo from Violet Chachki, okay? My entire personality, just a bunch of drag queens, like culminating into like a gay man, okay?
Mm-hmm.
My most embarrassing song.
I have some embarrassing songs.
Okay, you say some, and then I'm gonna go through my like recently listened. And
I think the most embarrassing song on my playlist is is "Bitch I'm a Bottom" by
by Willem. Wait, no, I'm stupid.
no.
Go on.
His name is Pablo. He's that porn star, or he was a go-go dancer.
Oh yeah.
So he made a cover remix of "Bitch I'm Madonna," but it's featuring
Yeah.
Manila Lazan, and it's called "Bitch I'm a
Yes,
Bottom."
I do know it's super. That is a good song though. I'm not gonna lie. I think, yeah, I'm going through like everything I listened to recently, and nothing is coming up as like embarrassing. But I will say, Willem's version of "Es una pasiva" is amazing. Like I love that song unironically, and I think it is a lyrical perfection.
Any drag queen music, gay culture music is going to be like the embarrassing one for us, because if we play that for our straight friends,
Yeah, that's fair.
They don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I played recently? One of Willem's songs that I really like also. His version of "For You" is the one with Rita Ora and Liam. Willem's version is called "Drugs."
Oh, was it in the Artistry in Motion?
Yeah, it's the song from the 50 Shades soundtrack, and he covered it. Anyways, it's really good in my opinion. Like it sounds like an official song. But I have a bunch of drag queen music. But the thing about drag queen music in my playlist is that I don't like the bad drag queen music. I like
the good drag music. I'm not like all the other drag music listeners.
I like the girls that can actually sing. Like I don't want to listen to the girls that put out a single just because.
That's fair.
Even some of the girls that put out bitch tracks that are not good at all, but like there's some girls like Alaska puts out bitch tracks that are really
great.
Good.
Yeah. Honestly, like I don't think there has been, I don't want to say like good drag music, but there hasn't been drag music that I've wanted to listen to over and over again until Drag Queen. But before that, it was just like and Trixie. Trixie actually does have, I like her albums a lot. I'm so excited for her dual album coming out, or did it already come out? And I missed.
It's a dual album.
Yeah, it's Pink and then Blonde. There's two different ones.
Is it two different genres?
Yeah, it is. I think Pink is like the more poppy side, and then Blonde is the more country side.
I'm excited for the songs with Michelle Branch.
Yeah,
I listened to the podcast episode with Michelle, and that made me go listen to Michelle's music again. And
so I'm late. I'm late by a week and a couple of days. They came out April 29th, and I have not listened to
Wait, it's already out?
Oh no, scheduled to be released June 10th.
Oh, okay.
What came out in April? I think the lead single was
Loretta.
Yes.
Which is really good.
June 10th. So we have a month. But yeah, it's gonna be a dual album. The Blonde album is, and then the Pink album.
Yeah. Trixie is, I feel like, the only one consistently making good music right now. But before Trixie,
it was definitely Willem. Manila.
No. I still listen to Adore's music. I still listen to.
I like the first album. I don't like the second one.
The second one still has some good songs on there. I like Miss Fame's album, even though she probably can't technically sing. Her album actually has some good track. Like her album is good. Like if you didn't listen to it, you need to listen to it.
I haven't listened to it. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, you should listen to it. And Who else? I have some Courtney songs.
Courtney is a great singer.
Yeah, but I like the girls that make music that's not like funny or drag music.
Yeah.
Like make music. Like that's what keeps me away from Willem sometimes is that he doesn't make
The
music.
parody music.
Yeah.
Well, listen, he is, or they are a. No, I think it is he. Sorry, I think his pronouns are he them or he him. He puts like it's his parody music has been done in like a very refined way. It's not, I think it's like his album is a little bit separate, and that's I like it a lot. I do like it a lot. I think it's a different take on parody albums, and it's not necessarily. I know it's a bunch of parody covers, but they're like good parody covers.
Yeah, if anything, I will say when it comes to drag music, he is definitely like one of the best. And then right behind him, I would say Alaska. Alaska makes really good drag music.
For drag music, yeah. Okay. All right. I'll concede that point. And then so speaking of other gay music, did you listen to the new Omar Apollo?
No. But this brings up a good point. I know I linked it to you. But this brings up a good point that I have written down about how gays do not support other gays in music. And
great, we have example A right here. I refuse to be part of that statistic.
No, you don't, because I literally heard you said I don't want to listen to a man sing music. Those words have come out of your mouth.
Yeah, but the fact that you think only men can be gay.
Well, I'm talking about gays as in
are we being a little?
I'm talking about gay as in cisgendered men do not support other cisgendered men that are homosexual. Okay.
Yeah, because we want the queens, we want the Gachandras. Like that's just what we like. And I mean, the fact that you haven't even listened to, or you don't even enjoy Orville Peck's new album.
I support Orville Peck's imagery. I think he's exciting to look at, and he does have a good creative vision. The music is just not there for me. The voice is not there for me. But I will support other artists. Like I'll support Sam Smith, who is not male. He's not cisgendered. Is he cisgendered?
Nope.
I don't know how that works.
They identify as non-binary.
And
they use they them pronouns.
So Sam, even before they transitioned or they the community did not support Sam Smith. The only person keeping Sam Smith's career afloat was older white women. And
the irony of it all.
Yeah. Like the gays were not here for Sam to begin with. They're still not here for Sam. And Sam gives us good like bops.
They give us mid bops. I'm sorry. I don't like their music. I don't. You know what? And I will say this. What was that song that came out like last year? That single that Olympic song that came out last year. It was no. I'm not gonna say I didn't like it. The lead up was amazing. The chorus, it was awesome. It was awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
It had such a good build up, and then it just like drops the ball at the chorus.
That album, I don't think that song made the album because
no, it didn't.
Yeah, but that album was really good. I forget what
it's I'm Ready.
Called.
The song was I'm Ready with Demi Lovato, and I liked it a lot, except for like in the chorus. But like the chorus is a chorus. Like it needs to be good. A chorus has to be hooky. It has to bring me in. And anyway. Yeah.
Like other examples of that, like Adam Lambert could have had the biggest career in the world, but
what do you mean? He has
a good career, but he's not Madonna. He's not Britney. He's not Gaga.
No one would want to be Madonna.
Okay, that was just an example. I'm on the same page about Madonna, but oh no, the old gays are gonna listen to that, and the older gays are gonna listen to that.
Baby, you think the older gays listen to any podcast?
They should.
They still have Dua Lipa on repeat, thinking that they found like the newest trend of music by listening to Dua Lipa.
But yeah, Adam Lambert, vocals amazing, imagery could have been, if given the opportunity, could have been amazing.
I think Adam Lambert was too queer too soon, but I will admit that he did help a lot of other performers with their confidence in like the music world.
Yeah, and I just loved
But yeah, voice 10 out of 10. Like
if
I will not deny. And okay, further, I do want to put a precursor to this entire conversation. I am not going to deny anyone's talent ever. Like all of our music taste is subjective, and if I don't like something, I'm allowed to not like it. But I'm not going to sit here and say that it's necessarily bad or untalented. It's just not my take.
yeah, I just think we need, as a community, we need to be better about that. I feel like the one person that is breaking that cycle is Lil Nas X.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the gays are supporting, even though um when he debuted and he was not out, I did feel kind of, I was torn about like how to see it, because on one end I kind of saw it as in he was trying to hide his gayness to commercialize himself, but then also it's like, well, it's kind of like an fu to this, to the heterosexuals, like, oh, you actually like a gay artist.
I don't. I think. So he was always a master of social media. Like he's the ultimate Gen Z artist. And so like Old Town Road was a once in a generation hit that is to this day like the record for the #1 on the Hot 100. And he played that song like a fiddle, for lack of better words. It was just so good. And then of course, yes, when he came out, it was he did such a good job of making using controversy to his advantage and making him and putting himself in that spotlight, and that type of division kind of generated more traction for his stuff. Anyway, yeah, stream Montero. It's a good album. I don't stream it as much as I should, but I do enjoy it.
No, it is a good album. And he which I don't think he denies it, but let's be honest and let's be clear that he owes a huge part of his career to Nicki Minaj, and it needs to be said,
Okay,
because
say it. Just say it so you can get it off your system.
because he was a Stan account before he became famous. It was a
Yes, he was.
Nicki Minaj Stan account, and he originally, and throughout his whole
But
Old
he didn't
Time
use that
Road,
account to
hold on,
promote.
hold on. Through his whole Old Time Road, what's it called when you promote, when you go out and promote stuff? Campaign.
Promotion.
Through
Oh,
his
okay,
whole
okay.
Old Time Road campaign, he would deny the fact that he was a Nicki Minaj stan account. And then
Okay.
when he decided to come out, that's when he wanted to announce to the world that he was a Barb, and he wanted to use Onika's name to garner more popularity. Anyways, and to this day, he still can't get the feature because of that, and it's what she deserves.
I mean, I'll be honest. At this point in time, he's bigger than Nicki Minaj.
Yet he's still asking for the feature. So
That has nothing to do with like whether he's bigger or not. He doesn't need the feature. He wants the feature. He doesn't need it.
and she doesn't need it either.
Great. So we're on the same page.
To be
We're
honest, though,
all.
maybe he'll be on her album, and maybe Doja will too.
I listen. Okay, this is a Doja Stan account, and listen. Doja's a great. So you should. If anybody's listening, you should listen to her. You should see her live. I saw her at ACL. It was.
I want to see her live. Have you heard what? Have you heard?
And then also, there's the rumors that well, we're gonna find out tomorrow, but that he's actually gonna be at ACL this year.
That's what I was just about to talk to you about. Have you seen the ACL, the rumored ACL headliners and lineup?
I haven't seen the rumored one. I haven't seen the full list. I can actually just pull it up right
I
now.
thought I saw Dua, Harry Styles.
I could believe. I could believe Harry Styles. I don't believe Dua because she was just there last year, but that'd be pretty dope. I would love to see that as well. So Silk Sonic, The Chicks, Dua Lipa, J. Cole, Casey Musgraves, Flume, Lil Nas X, Disclosure. This is Rosalia again. FKA Twigs is, so yeah, this is like some like of a rumored leak. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Avril Lavigne, Charlie XCX, Weekend One. I'm gonna be so mad if it's only Weekend One for Charlie. But yeah, so Lil Nas X only made sense because he has a gap in his tour that makes room for both weekends of ACL. Yeah, cut out all of the ACL stuff. Apparently, that was a very fake list.
Oh. No, I'm gonna keep that in, and I'm just about to put what you just said in there.
Gosh, so shady.
Yeah, that list. Okay, you.
Lil Nas X for sure. Like that's like that. It's there's no way it doesn't. Lil Nas X isn't going to be there because he has a perfect his tour again. Skips Texas. He has both weekends open between Miami and LA. So yeah. And then I would love the chicks. Listen, we stand the chicks in this household. Okay.
I like the
stream. What's it called? No, they're the chicks now.
The chicks.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. The chicks. One
anyway,
artist that I want to talk about that you brought up in that list was Rosalia, because when I tell you, I'm over it. I'm over this agenda. Somebody is trying to push her on us, and I want to find out who it is, because there is no way as of right now. And I know you just said like, oh, you and your Spotify statistics, blah blah blah. As of right now, Rosalia, and as much as I see her being pushed on social media and on any kind of traditional media, the bitch has 22 million listeners on Spotify. So who's listening to her? No, not enough people are listening to her for her to be being pushed down our throats at this level. How is she friends with Kylie? How is she friends with how did she become friends with Travis Scott? How did she become friends with all these people out of nowhere? Like, who is her father? Are they rich? And her music.
Why? Hold on. Why does a woman's success have to be nepotism? Maybe.
First of all, it's not. Is that the definition of nepotism? I thought nepotism was when you have a famous parent.
I mean, it can be famous or rich or someone with like influence in general, I think.
No. And that's not the issue.
I don't go to school for English.
I love a good nepo baby. But
yeah, look at Taylor Swift.
Okay. But the point is that they at least have the numbers to back them up. Rosalia doesn't even have the numbers to back it up. So who?
I'm so confused as to your obsession with Spotify numbers. I really am.
Look at all the numbers. She's not on Billboard right now. She's not on Apple Music right now. So where is she charting enough to get to get all this attention?
But what attention? Like, as far as I understood, Motomami was a flop, but I loved it.
I see her all the time on all social media platforms. She's doing interviews with every magazine. She's on covers
Everybody
of
does.
All these.
It's called a campaign.
Yes,
like that's what her.
But you're not going to be put on these campaigns if you're not popular.
Her label is just pushing her.
Charlie XCX, as much as we love her, is not going to be on the cover of like Vogue magazine or like these major publications unless they're having a moment. And apparently, and Rosalia is having a moment, and I just want to know, why is she having a moment?
Just let her have a moment.
I
don't have a good reason as to why.
I'm gonna do my research and find out who her parents are. I want to know.
I have Google right here. Rosalia parents. There's Jose Manuel Villa, and mom is Maria Pilar Tobea Aguilera.
What's their network?
He's the son of they're from Galician father, Andalusian.
I'm gonna do some digging.
Go ahead. Yeah, maybe this can be put. You can put like a little notation here. Anyway, El Mal Querer is amazing. One of the best albums of all time.
I listened to the album, and it was almost unlistenable for me.
To Motomami or to El Mal Querer?
No, Motomami. I've seen from her fans that her most recent stuff is not as great as the.
So you album. No quieres ser hentai?
I didn't. I'm so stupid. Like like
It's so listen, it is so tongue in cheek. It's camp, mama. It is camp.
like the
Like
chicken teriyaki.
pati naki chicken teriyaki migata
When
kamasaki.
when that
Oh
came
god,
out, they're
like
like not her trying to appropriate another culture. Because,
come on, it's just music. Listen, music.
yeah,
This music can be serious. Like, there is no way in her heart of hearts that she made that song trying to be like the next lyricist of
oh
our
no, I know.
generation.
I have
It
no
is
problem
camp.
with
It is
that.
a joke. Like, it is fantastic.
I have
I
no problem with that whatsoever.
It's so good.
It
It
just
is
was
so
not
good.
good.
It's so good. You cannot sit here and tell me that it's not good. Like, if you don't try to dissect it as like I don't know, as like the like, and then like, oh god, I can't even think of a freaking of like the next like Time magazine. Like, she's not gonna hit the next Time magazine top 50 albums of 2022. But it's a funny album. It is a good
No, and that's
album.
the thing. I think she is.
There's,
The critics are living for her. Like
were they
that's
really?
yes.
I love that for her.
That's what I
Good
don't
for her.
understand.
Let's see, what's her Metacritic? Motomami Metacritic. Oh shit! It was a 94. Good for her. I'm here for it.
Over it.
I love it. I honestly, and I'll be honest, I don't keep track of what critics think, because like I like listening to music like raw a lot of the times. Yeah, there are some music. Huh?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
No, I really didn't hear what you said. It's not fair.
Well, you'll hear it again when you do it. When if and oh, huh? What?
When
You'll
and
hear
if and
when
when.
and if you listen to this again.
Anyway, okay. Well, it's a great album. I loved it a lot, and she has really good vocals too.
Yeah, I'm not saying the talent's not there. I'm just the execution for me is not it.
That's so funny. Anyway, stream Capri Songs by FKA Twigs. Thank you.
Speaking of great albums, my last prompt for this episode is, what is your favorite album of all time?
No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm.
You have to choose.
I don't have to choose.
Yeah, what's one album that changed your life?
Fine, ABBA, Gold.
I don't know. I know who ABBA is, obviously. I just don't know that album.
It's like their biggest hits, essentially. It was like the most, I don't want to say the most recent album, but it's the album that was pushed more recently to try to get people to buy that album. I didn't listen to their new album. I'm not gonna lie. I did. Was it Star Searcher or Star something? It was like the lead single for it. I did listen to that, but I didn't listen to the full album. Sorry, I'm a fake ABBA fan apparently.
Well, you're better than me, because I'm not an ABBA fan. Oh, that's not true. I'm not an ABBA fan. I just don't listen to them. I was gonna put in here what's your favorite?
But that's a hard question. That's a hard question, because I go through like so many albums, and there's so many albums like at a given time that like I love and will like stream like front to back. And I think if it wasn't, I think Crash is the most recent one that I will listen to in full. Because I can't think of any other albums that came out recently that I've just been like, I need to listen to it all. Oh, I can tell you what my most anticipated album for this year is gonna be. Florence and the Machine's new album. That is gonna be wild. Every single that's coming out so far has been baller.
My most anticipated album of the year, probably Nicki, even though we may or may never get that album.
Okay, then go by confirmed albums that you know for sure are coming out.
I don't know. There's nobody's confirmed an album yet.
Okay, no one that you like has confirmed an album, because there's a lot of confirmed albums.
Well, why would I not? Why would I care about somebody that I don't like? Yes, a confirmed album. I'm excited and interested to see what Beyonce does. I don't know if that album's coming out, but there's rumors.
Yeah, there's always rumors with Beyonce.
I'm excited for 1989, Taylor's version.
Oh, is it going to be this year?
I mean, she just released this
Wildest
Love.
Dreams and This Love, yeah.
I think she said that's the next one she's releasing.
Okay, I'm not the biggest Taylor fan, so I don't know. I mean, I did love Evermore and Folklore. They're probably my favorite albums on her discography. And then I have, I think, but my favorite song from her is New Romantics, which wasn't even like technically isn't on an album. It was on it was like a bonus track, right?
It was, but it's still a single. She did make it a single.
Yeah, but it wasn't like on like the original release of any albums.
Yeah. But that was 1989, which is why I'm so excited. New Romantics is one of my favorite songs album.
I don't know. I'm gonna be a little scared for the Taylor's version of it. Then I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, a lot of the Taylor versions have not been living up to.
I did love This Love a lot, though. I will admit, and I think what helps, right? Was that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I think that's what helps me with these Taylor versions is because I never listened to them in full. So because I didn't like. Okay, listen. I was a Gaga teenager, and I was like, "Ew, Taylor Swift." Like that's kind of.
I was a Gaga teenager also.
Okay, great. Congratulations. You're better than me. What do you want? Anyway, I don't like Taylor because I just didn't like the vibe. It didn't fit the vibe of Gaga. So I couldn't like them both. Okay, it had to be one or the other. I was that little dichotomous kid. Okay. And I picked the Gaga. And so I didn't like Taylor Swift, even though like a lot of her songs were very catchy. But I will say she is awful at picking lead singles. Like none of them have been great.
I will say that's true for Lover.
Yeah. What was it for Lover? Spelling is fun. I think.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah. Awful. Absolutely
in 1989, awful. As successful as Shake It Off was, I hated that song.
Yeah.
I skip it.
Yeah.
So
you don't have any confirmed albums coming out? Anticipated albums of 2022.
I'm excited to see
Mitski's album's coming out.
Who?
Well, 10,000 Gex by 100 Gex. I'm excited for that one. Big Thief, Black Country. Cardi B's having an album.
Apparently, it's not coming out. I saw a TikTok saying like it was this girl saying this is the route I think artists should take with their next release. And for Dua Lipa, she said jazz. I said, girl,
that'd be hot.
No,
I'd be here for it. Why not?
We don't need another jazz album. I want to
hear Lizzo's new album.
Oh yes.
I do want to see.
Is it going to be called About Damn Time? The only thing that bothered me about Damn Time was the single cover looks almost like it looks too similar to.
But that song is disgusting on TikTok. Like, and not like in a bad way, but it's like blowing up on TikTok.
It's blowing up.
I cannot go. Was it number one this week?
It's like top 5 on iTunes, even though I know iTunes doesn't count. But let's see Spotify.
Number 1 was still As It Was. Wait, what's this? Is this the new one?
Oh no, it's gonna go to number 12 on Billboard. I just saw that on Twitter. This coming week.
That's surprising.
Well, it went from number like 40 something and it's jumping all the way to number 12.
Oh, fair. So yeah, it is.
But she just did it's number 7 on Spotify. That's crazy. Hold on, let me look up Apple Music since you're over here. Nothing.
Anyway, we love I didn't like Rumors though. I did not like Rumors. I do like what's it called, the new one.
On Apple Music it's number 42. It's so crazy to me that Apple Music, and I would love to see the statistics on that when I go to see Apple Music charts, they're always more hip hop and R&B than Spotify's are. Because
what's it called? Because no, I don't know. I think R&B is like for more audiophiles, people that enjoy, and like Apple Music does give better audio quality, allegedly. I don't know. Maybe people that like the type of music will go to Apple Music because it has better quality and music. Listen, I use YouTube Music because it's included in my YouTube subscription because your boy is not about to listen to ads.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear a single musical opinion from a YouTube Music user. You might
so you're gonna gatekeep what type of music I can listen to just because I don't want to pay extra for Spotify.
I'm gonna gatekeep your opinion on the music that you listen to.
Maybe you've been doing that since the start of this show. What do you want?
What was I gonna say? Oh, you might as well be listening to music on Pandora.
What's wrong with that?
Anyways.
I honestly, at this point, I think Pandora gives a more broad music spectrum than what you listen to, since you listen to Nicki on repeat.
I actually don't listen to Nicki on repeat, and if you want to, that's actually something I can prove. I don't know if you YouTube Music listening girls have this function.
Our history,
but I could look up on repeat, and it creates a playlist of what I've had on. So Nicki is the first song on my on repeat.
Not surprised.
Oh, this is my top 5. Bussin' by Nicki Minaj, obviously. Words by Alesso and Zara Larsson. Everybody go listen to that. A Problematic Artist at number 3, so I won't list it.
Just say it.
No. About Damn Time by Lizzo. Blick Blick by Coi Leray and Nicki Minaj. And then Wheelie by Lotto and 21 Savage.
Okay, so YouTube does have a replay mix. It's a mix of songs you listened to the most in the last few weeks. My number 1 is Free by Florence and the Machine. Number 2 is Island of the Sun by Winona Oak. Number 3 is I Fucking Love You by Zolita. Number 4 is Lightning, Charlie XCX. And number 5 is Single in September by Zolita.
Let's talk about how this conversation's almost over, or so this episode's almost over, so I'm not going to make it long. But let's talk about how TikTok has ruined.
I won't say ruined.
Single choices and campaigns for album and promotional strategy, because Lightning should be a single. It should have been first or second single. But I feel like now, because of how TikTok is going, I feel like she's going to make Yuck a single. And Yuck definitely should not be a single.
Yuck is hold on. Then let's use your methodology. Go to Spotify right now and see which song has
I know.
That's
why I'm saying, because of Spotify, because of TikTok, Yuck has more plays than every song.
So, okay, I'll be honest. I am not on the Yuck side of TikTok. I have not heard Yuck on my TikTok at all.
It's like a. That's because we've already discussed that we're on 2 separate sides of TikTok.
Yeah.
But I know that Yuck is a trending song. Let's see.
Is it actually trending? But even if it's not, like, what do you? Okay, so I'll be honest. I heard a lot of people like Yuck way before it would have turned on TikTok. Like on the Pophead subreddit, a lot of people loved Yuck. It's not my favorite song on Crash by any stretch. It's not my favorite song by any stretch. But if enough people are liking the song and listening to it and giving it traction, like, she gave us a lot of singles from Crash already. This was probably like her longest promotion for an album, because the first single, oh my gosh,
Good Ones.
Good Ones was back in no, it's Good Ones, because I would skip the Good Ones go. Yeah, it came out like in October, was it?
Yeah, it was last year.
It was a long time ago. It was like a 6-month rollout.
And then
September. The music video came out September 2021.
Good Ones could have been not chosen as a single, or if it was going to be a single, a later single.
It was a good song. It should have been the first
I think Lightning should have been the first single. Period.
It's too low key. It's way too low key.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Compared to Good Ones, it's too low key. Good Ones is so much more low key. There's not really even a chorus on, or like a drop or anything. And then New Shapes.
New Shapes was not the choice. I am a Caroline Polachek stan. I'm a Christine the Queen stan. I will like you will not. I will ride Pang from heaven to high horse, and then what was the Christine the Queen the she
The
also
one with
sings in
Charlie.
French. No. She had their own. Anyway, I love them both as artists. New Shapes, it wasn't it. It wasn't as a single. It was great on the album. It was absolutely great on the album, but I don't think it should have been the second single.
And then Beg for You had the sample,
Mm-hmm.
but to me it fell a little flat also.
Mm-mm. No. Hello, Rina Sawayama stand in his household. I think it was great. I like it did. I don't think it was trying to. I don't think it was. What I know it's September. It was the name of the group, but I can't think of the name of the song. You'll never see me again.
Is that not the name of the song? You'll never see me again?
No, I don't think it was trying to replace that song in any way, shape, or fashion. But I think it did. It was. I think it's a very, very good song.
So this would have been my single rollout for the album. It should have been
Cry for You is the September one.
It should have been Lightning. Then you know what? We'll go ahead and keep Beg for You as the second single. Can you hear my dog crying? Can you guys?
Yes. Yeah, we can.
Ignore her. I don't want to yell.
We all were? Or you're the only one that brought the attention to it?
Well, it's because I don't want people to be hearing it and be like, why is the... Yeah, she's crying. Actually, I say Lightning should have been the first single. Used to Know Me should have been the second single because it has a better dance sound than Beg for You does, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Constant Repeat.
And I love Constant Repeat, but I wouldn't give it a single status. I like Baby a lot. I think Baby, with the right remix,
absolutely not.
With the right remix, it could be so good. Baby.
Okay, well, we're gonna wrap the episode there on Xavier's last bad opinion.
See, so if we agree on some music, blah 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 blah, like rewind 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago.
We agree that album is great. It's a good album. Would you like to advertise yourself? You want people looking for you?
I like Big Dicks and Fried Chicken. I'm just kidding, that's a joke, green joke. Well, yeah, so my Instagram is at Javier, Xavier. Yeah, it's open, so if you want to go check it out, give it some likes. I don't have like a lot of things to promote. I'm a regular working gal, nothing special here. I just like to spend all my money touring, going to see a bunch of bitches on tours if I have my own tour. Catch me in a new city every week.
You might as well be on tour.
I kind of, yeah.
You do your own personal tour.
Well, I saw, let's see, Charlie. I've seen a lot of bitches, and I have plans to see a lot more bitches coming up. So
and a lot more men.
Yeah, listen, maybe she's getting committed. You don't know because you haven't called me. We haven't kikied.
We just, anyways. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you for listening to the episode. Don't forget to. If you're listening on Spotify, don't forget to follow the podcast so you can be notified every time an episode is posted. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I know it's been like 3 weeks since I posted the last one, so I can't promise that there will be a... I will say though, I wanted to say that after episode 10, I'm going to take a break to... I want to work on a setup for the podcast, so I'm going to work on that, and then when I want to start up again, I'll let everybody know. But that's going to be it for this week's episode.